We are learning about the necessity of faith. And we say number one, faith is necessary. A quick recap. Why faith is necessary. Number one, it is the only way to be saved. Faith is the only way to be saved. You don't get saved otherwise. Number two, we manifest the kingdom life by faith. There is a kingdom life, there is a worldly life. If you want to manifest the kingdom life, then you must be a man of faith. Number three, we have said, we receive or walk in the supernatural by faith. That's why it is so necessary. Number four, very important, we walk to the realm of all possibilities by faith. We walk in the realm of all possibilities or by faith. Number five, we overcome the world and the devil by faith. Number six, we receive answers to our prayer by faith. So I know you are prayerful, but is your prayer a prayer of faith? We receive answers to prayer because we are prayed by faith. That's why faith is this necessary. Number seven, your glory in the kingdom is determined by the level of your faith. Now that you're already in the kingdom, if you're born again, the glory that you are going to manifest is determined by the level of your faith. Your glory is revealed by your faith. Number eight, why faith is this necessary? Very important. We produce good reports by faith. Faith is a producer of good reports. I don't know what your report card is reading right now. I don't know what your report card is saying right now. You have lived on the face of the earth now for 50 years. I don't know what your report about your existence is. You have been on the face of the earth for 30 years. I don't know what your report card is saying. It's so very important that good reports are born out of faith. Hebrews chapter 11, we are told, that very, very powerful passage on faith. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Then verse 2, for by it the elders obtained a good report. How they were able to get a good report? It was all by faith, because they walked in faith. Then number 9, faith is a privilege. It's a privilege for the believer to provoke the moves of God. Faith is a privilege to provoke the moves of God. And we say it very, very important that there are two main ways that God moves. Now, number 1, God moves by what we call the sovereignty of God. God deciding. God just moving because he has decided to move. Because he has planned to move in somebody's life. And that is wonderful. For example, in John chapter 5, we have a case of a man. This man was not even waiting for Jesus to come and talk to him. In John chapter 5, the man that was paralytic for 38 years, he was just there waiting. He was not even praying. He had not sent for Jesus. He was not doing anything. He was just waiting there. Then Jesus came and picked him or addressed him as an individual. There were many other people that were sick, but Jesus only addressed this man, this particular man. Sovereignty of God. Why he chose this man, we don't know. It is called sovereignty of God. Why he only healed this man, we don't know, but that is called the sovereignty of God. This man was not even talking to Jesus. It is Jesus who talked to him. Why? Sovereignty of God. God can move in our lives all by his choice, all by his design, all by his initiative. And that is wonderful. That is wonderful. But besides God moving by his sovereignty, we can also provoke God to move in our lives. And I gave this example that our God is called the good Father. Our God is our heavenly Father. Of course, he's better than all the best earthly fathers. He is better than the best earthly father. That's why he said, you will not ask for bread, then he gives you a stone. That's why he said, you will not ask for fish, then he's giving you a snake. That's why he said, you will not ask for eggs, and then he's giving you scorpions. He's a good father. And God chose that title so that we can understand him. And I said, sometimes as fathers, we are three fathers. There are times we are very intentional in moving in the life of our children. That is paying attention to them, speaking to them, playing with them, showing them, spending time with them. There are times a father will just go home to spend time with a child. That is very, very intentional. Just like God our Father, sovereignty. Even when the son has not asked for it, a father has decided to spend time with the son. But there are other times, the father, I'm talking about the natural father, the biological fathers. You don't want to spend time with your son, not because you are a really bad father. Not because you hate your child. Maybe you have many other things that are keeping you busy. You just want to have your time. Today, you don't want even to engage. You are feeling like you don't even want to engage in helping your child to do homework. But the child now can come and engage you so heavily. He can even come and take hold of your hand and pull you outside that you may go and play with him. Even though you had not decided, even though there was no plan for you to engage with the son, now that your son has engaged you and provoked you, you have no otherwise as a good father but to follow your son. You have been provoked by your son or your daughter. Now you are moving in the life of your child. There are times that God appears quiet. There are times that God appears silent. There are times that God appears to be hiding.